Let's take a breath. Oh, a long, slow out breath as we breathe this relaxed body, breathing out. Feel yourself in this moment now, connecting to this mind, body and being. In this moment in time, let's mark this as a moment in time. Here we are in it. Be very still in that awareness every now and again when you want to stop. Stop, but also think about the moment that you're in. And it's a moment that never has been and never will be. And we mark the moment well. We notice ourselves in it, the space that is holding us. We ask our entire sensory system to fill itself up with all that information. The light, the time of day, the season, the year, the sounds, the feelings, the perfume, the essence, the aromas, the textures. So much information that we can think about it. But if we don't even think about it, that all that information is already being fed into this moment. There's a part of us that is assimilating it and holding it in a space that is available to us again when we need it. If we can be aware of how much right now is coming into this being, we can draw upon it and relate to it, adore it or not, understand it or not. If we consciously think about ourselves in this moment, there is so much information. Most of that information will just be shifted into our subtle awareness. It'll be shifted into the subliminal range. We can call upon it if we wish to, but it is being integrated into the system. Because we are activating and connecting to something while we are here. It is as if we are placing little moments of vibration that vibrate into all the space. We truly are doing that. Those ripples will go as far as they need to go, and beyond, and they will always be. So imagine if just this one moment we start to connect to that idea, that feeling, and the relevance of us being here at this moment in this time, in this way. If we mark it well and become conscious about who we are now in this moment, can I be the one that can simply be here without any baggage or static drama? Could I just be here with a sense of lightness around me? A deep sense of appreciation for the fact that we can feel so much, know so much, and a very deep appreciation for the being that assimilates all of this on a level that does not connect into our conscious mind. We would be so overwhelmed if that was true. But it is being processed and it is being connected in through this being. It will be available when we want it again. So if we can hold this moment and our awareness and what the significance is for us being here, become very aware of that, then open it up a little wider and think about all the moments of every single breath and step and beat of our heart through our entire journey to this point and the journey that is still to come. We have been leaving imprints and impressions all the way along, sometimes conscious, mostly unconscious. Sometimes with kindness, love, and sometimes not. We have left a trail of information, data, and reverberations in the field. And we're going to ask our guides, what are we supposed to do about that? Is there anything that we can do in the trail that was left behind, where we were not our most sparkling, delightful, aware and awakened being? What could we do about that trail that has been left, that impression? Because we truly are at the point in our lives where we know that we have made a mark. We truly want to leave a mark, a legacy of worth, something that could be for this life to come, for all generations to come, for this beautiful earth, all the plants and the creatures, to all existence. We truly don't want to leave a trail of clutter. So breathe into that asking, that deep asking, what could I do to release all those tangles and knots, all those disappointing vibrations that I've left behind? What could I do? Create a pathway behind me that is cleared. We let that answer come to us in an unfolding. This conscious mind has got no way of reaching it. But we're asking it from our awared state of being, this state of heightened awareness. What could we do to make sure that the legacy, the trail that we've left behind is clear, smooth, open, filled with light and love, that is of worth to life unfolding? Let's ask our guides, divine presence, to come into this moment now and help us with whatever it is that will support us in this life. Whatever it is that we need to realize and open up into our mind, body and being. Whatever it is that we need to activate into the energy field so that it can become. We surrender into that. Just drop your entire being into that. I fall back into the wings of angels. Smooth the skin on your beautiful face. Relax your jaw. Soften your eyes. Let them drop a little deeper into the cradles, the sockets that are holding them. Feel the breath of life moving easily into you through both nostrils, bringing balance to your being right there. Two different streams, two different ways of bringing it in. Why would we have two streams? We understand that we are in this experience. It's a duality, masculine, feminine, old and young, black and white, rich and poor, and all the polarity signals of this dimension. This body is holding it as well. Left and right, masculine and feminine. We are knowing ourselves in this dimension. We are activating our awareness from 2 points and even more, but 2 very obvious points when we think about our body. Soften your body now on the whole left side, celebrating your feminine, your goddess, creative. That intuitive being that just knows. Soften your body on the right hand side. This incredible masculine energy where we can activate and pursue, we can make something happen, truly is a wonderful manifesting, making it happen energy. And then feel like there's this one body that's you, that holds this consciousness right through your own being, your nostrils, your ears, your eyes, your arms, down to your hips, your legs, your knees, your feet, all the little toes on the left and the right. Every single part of you is sensory, integrating, connecting system, unique and wonderful to itself. So here we are, this human, this life, this reality, this being that is equipped to be here in its form, knowing its duality of its own self. We celebrate that. This being knows something. It's not just activating itself in one way, with no awareness of good and bad, better or worse. It's constantly discerning, constantly churning, choosing, deciding. All the time it's churning its energy. All of that is perfect and on time. Let's ask right now in this human, this being, that we can thoroughly, completely and absolutely love, honor and adore our multiple facets and many ways of showing up in this world. If we were one-faceted, we would be in a much lower vibration. We are in the third dimension, which means that there are two aspects, the good or bad, the stories that we've created around that, so that we could understand it. We are going to shift now into the fifth. We are slowly starting to take this walk towards our higher self. We're asking that we don't get lost in the story, this duality story. We don't get lost in the evidence of it. When we feel a little despondent, sad, or we despise ourselves or another for something that we see and don't enjoy, we never ever want to shame, blame and disregard ourselves for knowing that. We really and truly want to understand that that is part of the plan. For us to know what it is that makes us furious and upset, miserable, the things that cause us to rage and scream and kick and shout. That is such a beautiful way for us to remember what it is that our heart and our soul is trying to pull us towards. Thank goodness we know those switches that we will not want to play in. But if we go there and we say, oh, I should be a better person, I should be fabulous all the time, well, then we don't belong in this reality. What we're doing here is of no worth. If we are in this duality and in this life with everyone and everything, then everything is for us. Everything is for us. If we can only learn to discern and choose from that experience. The moment we shame and blame and disregard ourselves, we drop our energy so low that we become part of that misery. Try and see that as clearly as you can now. Two ways of being in the world. Constantly we are in that endeavor. constantly we have been taught to blame and shame and guilt ourselves. Constantly we've been told that we're not worthy. We've got to do a certain thing, penance, punishment, then we'll be worthy. It's a game, it's a hideous manipulation. Don't play in it anymore. See if you can step right out. Thank you, being, for knowing, for being willing to step into all the big pain and the hardships, the suffering, the tangles, the messes. Because if we can step into them and know them so absolutely, we can know so absolutely what it is that we will never choose again. Thank this being for being courageous, being willing to step into very hard and difficult places. We step into them because if we can feel it deeply, we can heal it deeply. Because there is that other part of us, the aware, awakened, connected to all that is, eternally loved, adored being. There is no persecution, there is no condemnation, there is no punishment, there is only love. We choose to punish ourselves, injure ourselves, destroy ourselves, because we've lost respect for ourselves. We've forgotten that we're here to have the duality so that we can be magnificent, so that we can choose it. We know what it is that we want to choose. And feel that, my lovely. Let both of your beings, two sides of this being, balance itself now. Find your center point. Connect this to your solar plexus. The imprint and the deepest message of your divine and sacred life purpose is right here. Feel that now. From your center, there is the knowing of why we're here. We understand that as our difficulties, our torment, our longing, our despair. But it's not that. It's not depression, it's nothing like that. It's this urging and asking for us to see something else. Not in the way of, oh, I wish that could happen. Drop the energy of it because we feel hopeless in that same moment. Helpless, hopeless, lack of worth. We know that feeling of longing, and it is our great gift. See if you can bring your awareness now to your solar plexus. Bring a longing to your soul. And as you do, lift it into the highest vibration that connects with your heart. With all my heart and all my soul, I call upon the highest vibration of light and love. The longing and the seeking that my soul desires, I feel it now as an amplified energy. It is more powerful because I know its polarity. We can see black and white more clearly because they stand next to each other. Day and night. Ebb and flow, wax and wane, life unfolding. We are the perfect being for being here at the perfect time, in the perfect way, in the perfect situations that are unfolding, so that we can remember who we are, so that we can see why we're here, so that we can open our heart frequency and call in something else that the heart has been longing for because we've seen the contrast. know this as the simplest, easiest truth. Nothing complicated about it. Let it sit deeply within your being. When we open our heart to this immense longing, we celebrate that feeling in us not as a despair or a disappointment that we haven't got it yet. How ridiculous is that? How can we not have it yet if we desire it? If we long for it, where does the longing come from? Of course we have it. We are it. We are the energy of the longing, the desiring, the seeking, the bringing in, the manifesting and creating. We are that energy. We are the holders of a note of divine light love. The moment we hold this and remember it, and we say to our beautiful being, so what about the trail that I've left behind? With all the debris of all the encounters, yin yang, day, night? What about that? What about the reverberation of that information in the field? What about the times I've been so enraged and screamed at life for being so hideous and unfair? What about that? We bring it to our throat. The activation point of our free will to choose. Because I've seen and felt and known, I can choose. Because I can choose, I can activate a frequency now from my throat, a healing balm of divine light. And we can pour this upon the turbulent water like oil, a healing balm to all the vibrations and distortions of hardship and suffering, hate and anger, war and violence. Let's pour this healing light from our throat. See it now. Pour it on, my love. Be the light. Be the one who remembers. Open your divine heart. We begin to activate this fully informed system in a whole and a new way. With all my heart, with all my soul. I'm holding a code, the God code in me. I'm holding it in this reality, in this beautiful human being that can be in this dimension, that is built and equipped, has all the gifts, the awarenesses to be in this duality reality, in a form, feeling it absolutely through all our senses and perceptions, through all our experiences and awarenesses. We know exactly what it looks like when we don't choose that which is for our highest base. We have been seeing this for hundreds and thousands of years. We know what it will look like if we do not choose. The light workers are very sad and angry, despondent and tired. They've been playing in a vibration that is so low that it hurts their being. But they've stayed and they are still here. Those who've moved on are moving into a place where they can work quicker and more cleanly without the interference of the energy static of the third dimension. But for those of us who are still here now, we are to hold an energy. We are to hold the space, this mind, this body, celebrate the being that we are as a light being, hold gracious space, allow ourselves to stabilize the energy by honoring, loving, and adoring, by choosing, giving, trusting, and allowing, by recognizing, seeing, understanding. All of this and everything is on time, and we are on time. Just hold the space, there's nothing to do. We ask now that we can clear through all time, all fields and all dimensions, every little bit of sticky residue, every pain, every hardship, points of despair. We ask that this be released now. We relax and breathe and just be. Soften your whole being and just be. There is nothing to do but to know ourselves, know thyself at this pivotal time of our human story. I remember. As you hold the cleanest energy that you can hold right now. No story, no pretense, no doing anything, no expectations. Just standing in the vehicle, this beautiful vessel. Rest within yourself, your own beautiful being. In the deep rest, we allow the energy of our truest, most beautiful, true essence to start to awaken. The stream of sound, the lower sea, holds the frequency that we could imagine. It holds this beautiful form plays that note to represent our human self. We tune into it. We honor the body, the mind, the being, the form, the journey that we've taken in this form. We feel that beautiful energy all around us. And we tune into the high sea, and we imagine that this is the song of our soul, the song that we've always known, that connects us to all that is, the highest vibration of light and love. This song has always been playing in us, and we have felt it in all the ways of our yearning. And we felt the desperation and the disappointment of the human story. For the longest time on this journey, we've gone back and forth, longing for so much more, feeling the sadness, the misery of the actual experiencing, the witnessing of life and the hardship of humanity just trying to survive. It's such a painful story. Imagine that we can get to a day, today, where we can honor this human life. The song that is playing is our human, with the deepest knowing of our light being holding us, loving us, guiding us, illuminating the path so that we can be here. Feel this beautiful energy in you now, my lovely. A stream of love and light, ease, softness and grace. And you bring that in, my lovely. We immerse ourselves in our higher self energy and our human self energy. We become one powerful operating system, completely in agreement, completely within our center, standing, holding, claiming our sovereignty. This being of light, this being of life, now moving into the space in a whole and a new way. Let that magnificent energy fill you now. Open up your heart, your soul, restore your balance, your sense of self, your perfection of your being. Let it bring flowing energy into every cell, bone, nerve, tissue and fiber of this beautiful being. And we gently allow ourselves to feel this beautiful flowing light energy. Selenite crystal, picture that now, clearing and cleansing your auric field. Such a beautiful high vibration moving through every cell, bone, nerve, tissue, fiber, every mitochondria, every telomere of your being. It's beautiful energy. Feel loved, held, supported here, my lovely. This life holds me and supports me in the most beautiful way. I hold my energy with great love, kindness, respect and honoring. Wave upon wave of lightness, wellness. Let your beautiful being just feel that now. The flow of life spring of eternal youth, light, love, health, wellness flows within me. Bring it up through the soles of your feet. See it bathing this beautiful being, clearing, cleansing, healing. I stand in this beautiful body, claiming this health, claiming this wellness, so that that becomes a powerful reverberation into the field, into the collective field. I send this energy with so much love and grace. I honor me first, hold me gently in my highest integrity, so that I can be the one that illuminates the paths that are dark, all the pathways that are dark and oppressive, sad, where things become lost. I release all of that now as the light of all that is shines through me into the space where I am. Let this beautiful energy sit well within you now, my love me. Deep love, deep kindness to this being. Deep appreciation for my human self and for all those who have been playing this life journey with me through all time, all fields and all dimensions. See yourself now bringing in a balancing energy. Imagine if you could visualize your Merkaba, your beautiful energy vehicle. Energy swirling in a torus field, sacred geometry aligning, connecting in, every cell activated, strong, powerful. And we bring this energy now into us. We sit comfortably in our own energy vehicle with pulsing, beautiful energy vibrating all around this being, connected to all that is, here on time, here on purpose, bringing in the greatest gift that we can bring in, the energy of light, love and grace. Heals the pain and helps people to see more light and to step into the light that illuminates their life, their path and their journey forward through time. To every soul who shares my journey, I thank them for being here and holding me, for helping me to understand so much more because they were here. I thank them, bless them, and release them from all burdens of obligation, all shame and blame, doubt, recrimination, all ancient vows, oaths, curses, promises, all stories that have held us bound in situations through all time. I release them. I release me. I retrieve the energy of light and love once again in my being. Stand in my absolute, my truth and my beauty, the magnificence of who I am. Let this beautiful energy now pour around you, my sweet. With all my heart and all my soul, I hold the space now with so much love. We take these gentle breaths and we allow ourselves to come back into this time and space. Let's take a deep breath in now. As we breathe out, just sigh it out as you bring your awareness back to where you are. Take a deep breath in, my lovely. Beautiful you. We find ourselves back here. Tune into the time of day, the season and the year, my lovely. Hear your name. Then gently let yourself come on back. Beautiful you.